Paul Pelosi, the husband of the Speaker of the House, the woman who was second in line to the presidency, was savagely attacked on Friday. And while surgeons were operating on the fractured skull of the 82-year-old grandfather, deranged right-wing fanatics, Trump media allies, and some of the most powerful people in the world were feverishly trying to stir up conspiracy theories that distracted from the central political headline of this story: that years of Republican propaganda and Trump-fueled fascism led 42-year-old David Depape to break into Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco home, seemingly with the intent to harm her.
Scaring the little girl! Scaring the little girl! Lady! We're diverting to some tin pod airport in the middle of nowhere! I've got better things to think about than scaring the little girl!
Police say zip ties were found at the scene, just like the ones found on those who were hunting Nancy Pelosi at the Capitol on January 6th. And that's not the only similarity. Before attacking Mr. Pelosi with a hammer, a source tells NBC News Depape shouted at him, "Where's Nancy? Where's Nancy? Where's Nancy?" Where have we heard that before? Some on the right would say, don't jump to conclusions and don't connect that to this. A connection? What connection? I don't see a connection. Why would there be a connection? I mean, he was just deranged, right? In an isolated way. And by the way, voters, look over here. Crime is up. Look away from the parallels to January 6th, Trumpist shout. A review of David Depape's online accounts shows he was part of a far-right world of hate, anti-Semitism, and conspiracy theories involving anti-vax hysteria, voter fraud, and many of his posts published in the past few months. But don't look at that. Ignore the fact that these right-wing screeds line up with the biggest lies propagated by Trump and Trumpists.
Oh man! Oh God! Oh man! Oh God! Oh man! Oh God! Oh man! Oh God!
He was deranged, after all. I mean, just isolated. Never mind the fact that cult leaders and fascists prey first on the weakest, most vulnerable among us. In short, deranged people that they inspire with hate and hardwire for violence against their enemies. But ignore all of that, say Republicans. After all, this political attack was just another example of rampant random crime.
You can run, your ladyship, but you'll never run far enough. Let their blood rain from the sky.
There is no mischaracterizing what happened. Are we to insist this attack was not the direct result of the dangerous, violent rhetoric we have heard from Donald Trump's Republican Party over the last 6 years? The deranged man who violently assaulted Paul Pelosi got his idea from somewhere. Are we supposed to ignore the fact that threats against the House Speaker have been specific for quite some time?
This is murder! Murder! You'll all be guilty! And you're doing it for nothing!
Remember Charlottesville? There are good people on both sides. Remember the subtle messages, stand back and stand by? When left unchecked, Trump led an increasingly desensitized nation through shocking moment after shocking moment, all the way through this, the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Yeah, there are many weak, deranged minds in this country, like the man who attacked Paul Pelosi. But Republicans have been hiding behind that word deranged, as if it was some isolated incident, and you should only look at that. Don't look at anything else, even if it's screaming out at you. And yet you can see where Depape's ideas came from in his blog posts, in his words, "Where is Nancy?" in his plans. He brought zip ties with him. Deranged people can fall prey to a cult leader like Donald Trump. And they have.
What is it? What is it? What is it? What is that? What is it? Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! I'm losing my eye!